Nice.
Well, hello again, and thank you for joining us on another episode of A Sister's Trust. Well, it has been 3 weeks, and me and Demetra have been on the road trying to make it work, trying to do this vegan thing. So, hi, Demetra, and thank you for joining me. So, how?
Thanks for having me.
Well, you're always welcome to be here with me to tell what we've been doing, good, bad, or struggling.
Okay.
Whatever it is, it's been so. So, how's it been going with you?
Well, it's been going. It's been a slight struggle. I think I had mentioned that I kind of had a craving for meat this week, for some fish, actually.
Okay.
I think it was because I'm walking downtown, Fernandina, and I smelled some food, and it smelled so good. And I'm thinking, oh, but, of course, that's going to happen.
Yes. And every time you try to do something, there's something always around the corner, no matter what the subject is, something always trying to get in your way, right?
Right. That's
Like you
always the
smell
way
it
it
good
is.
when you're trying to do something else
Mm-hmm.
that smell good. Yes. But yeah, I've been doing, looking up the recipes, and like when I was talking to you in the store the other day,
Mm-hmm.
we're trying to do this vegan thing. This thing can really cost money.
It is. It can be
It
costly.
costs you some money, and I ain't trying to spend no money. I'm just trying to do fruits and vegetables. But I decided let me make this little spaghetti dish. A
Mm-hmm.
spaghetti dish, and I was looking. I'm like, this costs money. Even the nuts I was buying. But then I put in my mind, I said, well, if I bought the meat, it probably
Mm-hmm.
be the same price as these
Probably be about the same amount.
same,
Yeah.
and I didn't have to use the whole thing.
Okay.
Ended up turning out pretty good. So I made the meat, out of walnuts and um,
Oh.
like what is it? Lentil beans,
Okay.
and you can still hear me even though this thing is all chirping like it's crazy.
I can hear you.
I don't know what is going on with this computer, but I
Yeah.
had walnuts and lentil beans.
Okay.
Then I chopped up some mushrooms and I mixed
Okay.
it all together and
Mm-hmm.
had a good meat, consistency. And
Okay.
I have that recipe on my new spaghetti, vegan spaghetti.
Um.
It's out, so people can get it from there. And I did also a vegan, meat. Like if you want to make meat, I put that recipe on that too, so you can have that same thing to try it with different things, like if
Right.
it's tacos or if it's going to be a wrap or
Mm-hmm.
and different things that you come up with on your own.
I will definitely have to check that out because that sounds delicious. And also too, what is something else you told me that you try? Oh, the vegan wraps. That's something else. I'm gonna try to pick that up too, because that sounds like, because you could always put things in a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
And
Something, a new vegetable I tried. I
oh,
tried eggplant.
okay.
Yep, I did. Actually, today I cooked some today
Okay.
with
Yes. Yes.
yellow rice and just like I craved the meat.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then I crave. I think I just really like vegetables mix. Well, particular onions, peppers, garlic, mushrooms. I crave that sometimes. So, and that always gives me the consistency of meat because of the mushrooms that's in there.
Okay. Yes.
But I'll do that with and it was a hot meal, so it was the vegetables and the yellow rice
Mm-hmm.
and eggplant, which I
Okay.
baked them first, and they weren't getting like crispy or harder or whatever something. So anyway, I ended up putting them on top of the stove and finished cooking them like in some olive oil, a little bit of olive oil, and finish frying them. So,
Mm-hmm.
but it was good because I'm not an eggplant person. I don't
Okay.
know if I've ever cooked eggplant, but I was looking for a different vegetable,
Mm-hmm.
something new, something different or whatever. So, someone gave me some eggplants, and I've eaten more fruit this week
Oh,
because
that's
somebody
good.
blessed me with a lot of fruit with mangoes and pears, and I think it was oranges, tangerines,
Mm-hmm.
and it's something else it seems like. But I ate on it all week. It was mostly breakfast that helped. It was good during breakfast. So
I was doing really good with my shakes, and then I think I got like I started all of a sudden just taking a few sips. It was still good, but I
okay.
was already full. And I think that was the mistake number one.
Mm-hmm.
I should have just completed my shake, then it probably would have made me full all up with, because it was like I didn't need anything. It probably would have helped my mind just feel like I was satisfied. So I started just taking a few sips. I'm like, okay, I'm done with that. I should have completed what I should have done, because I think from the same them days that I started not doing my shakes, my whole eating changed. Like I had a few crackers on a few days, and I just remember when you said yellow rice, I made the guys a good meal with the rice, and I ate a little bit of rice, and it still be vegan, but I don't want to start eating all that stuff because it's not taking me the journey of the weight loss.
Right.
That I do. And I realize even though you eat vegan, it don't mean weight loss.
Exactly.
It's just you ain't.
That's true.
So I don't want to sit here and lose. I'm scared to get on the scale, but I ain't getting on the scale till I know for sure all my body's cleaned out and I'm on my plate, because I'm holding on to them 26 pounds that I work for them. Yes,
right.
It's just been a few days.
Right.
The Bible talk on Friday, and we had a movie night, and we had popcorn, and we had rice cakes and stuff. But I could tell a difference in my body from eating the stuff versus when I was just doing the fruits. My walking, I feel like I guess I feel more sluggish when I get a day. So I don't know if it's something that's in those things that's not good for me. Because I felt like I was not, moving as good as swift as I was. But it ain't too late. I'm gonna make it, and I still been vegan.
Are you putting protein in your shakes?
I did the 2 days I did put the protein, those are the days I just drunk a little bit, so nothing, really got into my body. But I have where I was feeling better, like I'm not weak, because my friend Rick bought me some this 115 whole food, like this a vitamin drink. And I could tell a big difference in my body with that. I mean, I've been doing so much better, because with just doing the fruit by itself, I was feeling like you get kind of lightheaded and you trying to play your mind, like you tell yourself, well, I don't have time to be falling out, like mind over matter type of thing. But then you're not really moving. And even my husband noticed that when I was trying to cook the dishes and stuff. He was like, well, why don't you just go sit down for a little bit? And then I watched him put up stuff for me, and I fell off into sleep and everything. So it was, I guess I was missing the protein, even though I was trying to do my little beans and stuff like that. My body still was missing something. But once I started drinking that vitamin drink, it made a really big.
That helped a lot.
It really did. So I need to start back. I'm gonna put my shakes back in my life tomorrow. And I might even, because I wouldn't eat late too. That's another key. No matter what it is, fruit or whatever, I wasn't eating really late. So that's a big difference in my life. And I think I might try to go to the evening time with a shake if I don't do the shake in the morning. But I think I do the shake, because I think it satisfies my body to a point of I'm not even thinking about no type of food. It's like, so I think it was the key, and I broke the key. And I should have just kept going versus, hey, I feel full, because I would drink a little bit of shake. Now I got a whole bunch of shake. I drink a little bit and I was all satisfied. So I kind of just stopped.
Right.
So I think I'm gonna try to complete it and then see what happens from
that. Well, the shakes, you could put it in the freezer until you feel hungry again or whatever, and drink the rest of it.
Let me think about the shake.
What?
Shake in the morning. I put it on my counter, that shake still looked the same. It ain't moved. It's the same consistency. Everything I said was like a rubber shake. I don't know. I'm telling you.
Why is that?
I don't know. Because I put a little bit of water, a whole banana. I put like maybe 5 or 6 ice cubes in there. I put a little bit of just little drops of fruit. I put the cinnamon in there, and I put a little bit of ginger root. And I'm telling you, you could let that, you need to try it. You put that shake down, it ain't melted, it ain't do nothing. It still looks the same.
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe that's why maybe that's what's making me full inside, because it done got in there.
Right.
It formed something.
Maybe it's thick, because you said a little bit of water and only 5 ice cubes.
So it's all banana. You know what I'm talking about? I think it's using banana.
Right.
It ain't liquid at all, and it's still like a rubber shake. You know what I'm talking about? When you let it sit, it didn't melt down. Or some things can melt and turn into water. Right. Not that shape.
Okay. Yeah, because a little bit of water. You only used a little bit of water. I think when I make My shakes, I use almond milk, and I use a little bit more. I probably fill it with, well, I do ice and almond milk, but it's probably more than almost a half of it full.
Yeah,
Um, so
yeah.
then I drink the whole thing down.
So I need that shake back in my life because what we got one more week on this thing before February the 2nd. And I got
Yeah,
a birthday party on Friday.
you have a birthday party to throw?
A birthday party to go to on Friday. So they
Oh, to
eat
go
all this
to.
good stuff and probably have some cake and ice
Oh
cream.
my gosh.
All this.
Oh my God.
I'm about to pretend probably as I eat a piece of lettuce, like that I'm eating this cake and ice with them in my mind.
Right. Well, what are you gonna do? Like, is it somebody you know? Are they gonna have stuff
It's my
there?
sister-in-law birthday party. I think it's gonna be at some restaurant. I don't even know where it's at. But yeah.
Oh, well, actually, that's kind of good if it's at a restaurant.
Yes.
Because at a restaurant you can order some things. Well, sometimes they have vegan um substitutes or vegan meals on the menu. So
Oh,
actually that's good if it's at, yeah, you can ask them, do you all have any vegan options? I've done
I
that
could still get
before.
a baked potato though, something like that. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So it ain't
You
over.
can always do a baked potato.
Mhm.
Yep.
I was just thinking I'm just
And
watching.
always can do vegetables.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I was just thinking I'm gonna be watching them eat their little food because
No, you'll be able to eat too.
I'll be able to eat too. Yeah. But I wasn't thinking that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Right. Get
thank
a couple of
thank you,
different types of
Demetra.
vegetables
Yeah.
and a potato.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I mean, that'll be enough to fill you up.
Yeah, it will. Especially that
Yeah.
night. And I think that's another thing I was feeling sluggish because I think with eating the fruit and stuff, even if you eat a lot of quantity, which I wasn't doing that much, but I think when you start putting a little heavier stuff, even though it's not really in reality heavy, it's heavier
Yeah.
than stuff that I've been eating. And I think that
Right.
it makes your body feel like you're carrying some weight.
Right.
Because for 2 weeks it hadn't been like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I think that's a key part of it too.
Well, I know me, the fruits and vegetables, that wasn't gonna do it for me.
I heard you say
I
yellow.
already knew better than that. I know me. Look, I need a baked potato in there, something, that's gonna have more of that's gonna stick a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Because the fruits are, I mean, it's great. I know people that they are vegans and they're straight fruits and vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, but boy, I mean, that I would have to graduate to that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
know I couldn't do that right off. I couldn't do that right off. I already knew that.
Well,
Um,
I can be creative in that because I heard a guy tonight was talking
uh,
about you can go to an Oriental market instead of
mhm.
markets.
Yes,
He bought these look like it was long mushrooms, and he kind of chopped them up like a person that how I love scallops.
right.
Chopped them up to look like scallops,
Mm,
and I think he seasoned them. But then I seen him fry it like in a pan, like he fried it I think for 3 minutes, and then he
mm,
kind of flipped it for like 60 seconds, and then he got vegan butter. I think he said
right. Vegan
butter
butter.
in there because I guess it must be softening down. He start throwing his little garnishes in there, stuff like that. I got it paused so I can watch the rest because he was
Mm-hmm,
talking about eating like fine dining while you eat at home. And
mm-hmm.
so you can, like I said, I don't think it's all about no diet. I just think they just trying not to eat the meats and stuff.
Right.
And you could probably do good if you don't like, like if I'm gonna eat rice, then I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm,
eat something else.
mm-hmm.
Like mix it up that way, or maybe I just
Right.
put the vegetables with the rice,
Right.
versus something else that's a whole bunch of calories and whatever, and put them
Right.
together. I think it's still how you try to balance your regular plate.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff can burn because they eat a percentage of this, percentage of protein, percentage of, and all that stuff work together to burn in your body. So I think it's kind of like once you get a little chart like that, and every now and then you can, have the excitement of all the stuff, but I think you can't do that every day.
Right.
You got to figure out how to tone it down just a little bit, in some of the areas, especially if you love to eat.
Mm-hmm.
It can really, yeah, you can still gain weight with this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. You still have to. Yeah. I'm just look, I'm happy to be making a step,
Yeah,
just to remove the meat.
yeah.
So
And like I was saying one time before, I think what's missing for this week, I felt like with me adding little crackers, a little bit of the yellow rice, and stuff that I wasn't doing.
right.
What is the matter? What's going on? And I was, I said, did I pray about this? I don't think I had no prayer about this. I think I kind of got gone. I think it started off with prayer, and then I
Uh-huh.
took it over like I'm a professional or something, and forgot praying about everything else but this challenge.
But
And
this,
I'm
oh, wow.
like, because if I prayed about, it, I'm like, I already promised God He gonna have to help me, and I
Right, right.
my effort to go along with it.
Hmm,
And
hmm.
nothing that I was eating was wrong, but it's not good for me for what I'm trying to do.
Right.
See, I start feeling sluggish, and then y'all know I'm greedy. I'm just greedy, and you start getting life, even if it's good for you. If you eat too much stuff that's good for you, that stuff's still gonna add up.
Oh, sure,
Eat a
sure.
whole bunch of it,
Right.
right?
Unless it's raw vegetables, you can eat as many raw vegetables as you want.
But
That's
I don't
never,
know that taste, so that's a whole other thing. I
but
got to
who's gonna do that though? I mean,
that's what I'm saying. You want to
yeah,
eat stuff that you know is gonna taste good, and because if I eat stuff like if a diet stuff and it don't taste, I feel like I hadn't eaten nothing.
exactly.
Just
That's
think,
how I feel.
just
Yeah.
think like if you eat when you're talking on the telephone or
Hmm.
you working and you eat and then you get through, be like, did I, you
Did
know,
I even eat a meal?
you,
Right.
it all went by and it was nothing to it versus just taking time and just, okay,
Right.
this is something to eat. Take your time and eat it, and you feel like you got satisfied and you move on to
Right.
something else.
Right.
Then it won't be mentally challenged. Like, did I
Yeah.
eat? I mean, I should have known if I just sat here and ate something, but you don't
Right.
like you ate nothing. So
I have to feel like I enjoyed it,
mm-hmm.
like I enjoyed the meal. You know what I mean? Because I enjoy food, so I have to feel like I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the seasonings are important.
Yes.
Yeah, because I don't think because of salt, I don't use regular salt. I always use sea salt, and then I've cut way back on it, just a little bit of it, and
Mm-hmm.
then I use everything else. I try to use as many natural seasonings
Uh-huh.
as possible. I learned a trick, and that someone had told me about with rosemary, fresh rosemary,
Okay.
not the
The
kind
plant.
that you. Yep, the plant, taking the rosemary and thyme
Okay.
and actually warming up the olive oil in the pan a little and throwing it in there, and you smell the seasoning
Okay.
of the herbs. You actually smell it, and
Mm-hmm.
it makes food taste so good. Instead of like, how we buy it in the little containers and we shake, if you buy it fresh, it just gives it a better taste to me. And fresh garlic as well, instead of, because I use garlic powder on everything, right?
Yes.
But when I get fresh garlic, I don't really like cutting up fresh garlic, but I love the taste of it, so I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
But fresh garlic, thyme, rosemary, all of it fresh. Well, I guess it's the freshness.
Yeah.
Anything that you're gonna cook and it's fresh, it's gonna taste better
Right.
than if it's processed. So
Right.
that's what it is.
Right. And that's
Yeah.
probably to help you with, when you do if you made like a preparation day where you can sit there and make containers of all the stuff that you like,
Uh-huh.
that way you be able to pull it out.
Hmm.
You already cut up the garlic and you already cut up stuff that it's already ready. And that way you don't feel like, okay, I don't feel like cutting this up tonight. I'm tired. I don't work.
Oh, I wish I could show
Yeah,
you.
so if you got stuff already chopped up, then it'll make a big difference too.
Let me tell you, a Caribbean friend of mine gave me this lady. I gotta show you this.
Okay.
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 2 seconds. Hold on.
All right. All right. While she's running to get this special ingredients or whatever this is, how you guys been doing on your vegan challenge? I know we've been doing a lot of things and trying to get ourselves going, and you see it has been a challenge. All right, Demetri.
It had. So you mentioned about having everything pre-chopped, right? A
Mhm.
lot of Caribbean people, a lot of African people, they believe in blending
Okay.
vegetables. They either blend it in the modern day is throw it in a blender like we do, but they actually sometimes will use this. I have one actually that I got from Africa, this wood thing, and they blend it.
Okay.
But she gave me this. This is everything. It's onions, all types of peppers. What else is in here? Garlic. It's all kinds of stuff, and it's blended.
Oh, already. Okay.
It's already blended, right? So like and with my vegetables, I take maybe 3 or 4 tablespoons of this, throw that in there as well.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea. Learn the seasons that you like and
Yep.
blend them together or mix them together.
Yes.
That's a good idea. And then that way you don't have to
Right.
get a little bit because sometimes I guess you tend to kind of certain things use the same ingredients sometimes.
Exactly.
And if you, that's a good idea. You already would have it made up.
Yes. Yes. It helps a
Idea.
lot, and it
But
tastes
like for your fresh
delicious.
foods too, you know, like you were saying, you like
Fresh.
garlic, or like in my refrigerator, I have like jalapeno peppers, I have like tomatoes, I have onions, I have,
Right.
because I bought this little box, and it had a whole bunch of different little containers in it. So
Mhm.
let me put some stuff, and I put it all in. I got lettuce. I've been staring at the lettuce forever. You know, I chop, because me and just
I don't know why I do that with lettuce too.
I'm just looking at it like I know it's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's just like when I go to a restaurant, I don't want to order no salad. I said I done made it all the way to the restaurant. I
Right.
can salad at my own house.
Exactly.
So when I chop up the lettuce, I'm still looking at it. I know it's a good idea. Just like at the first weekend, I bought that pack of carrots.
Right.
I put it in my little hummus. Then I cut it a little skinny, and I dipped that. I said,
Yeah.
that bag's still sitting there.
Really? That's it. Carrots is something that I really,
I
really
need to
love.
go chop that up in that little. In
Yeah.
my,
Yeah, that's something that could be blended on up. There you go.
yeah,
Yep.
or maybe I have
That's
to
right.
try to
Kind of
chop
like
up
you
together.
gotta, yes.
Creative, because me and them carrots just, you know, they used to say a long time when you was a kid, it helped your eyesight. So
Yeah, my dad used to tell me that. He said, you eat a lot of carrots, you're gonna have pretty eyes. So I used to
I
eat.
kind of going crazy, so maybe I need to get the carrots in there, you know, and chop them up, and maybe I'll create something, you know, something
Yeah.
the carrots, and come up with, maybe I could saute them once they
Right.
down, maybe with some onions and bell
Right.
peppers, and you know,
That's true.
season it up really good. That'd probably be better for me.
Right.
Already softened, because me and that chewing like the bunny.
You don't like carrots and celery together? Carrots and celery, maybe with hummus.
You know, I've seen them
You're
people
like,
put
no.
the little what is it? Put the salad, put a little peanut butter and stuff.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not even supposed to have peanut butter, but if I was eating the peanut butter, like you know, sometimes
Yeah.
I'm supposed to, I probably rather just get the spoon and be done, because that little celery, it just ain't gonna work.
You don't like that?
No, I just like, I know if I sit here and eat a bag of celery every day, that's it. I'm gonna be so skinny, but my mind won't let me do it.
Okay, no, I couldn't eat a bag of it. I'd have to do a couple of pieces of celery with some carrots. I love carrots. To me, carrots are a little sweet, have a slightly natural sweet taste, you know, for me. And then hummus, you know, I live off of hummus. It seems like it.
Yes, I know you got me hooked on the hummus. That's why I
Yeah.
tried the black bean hummus.
Yeah.
That's so good, and I put that carrot in there.
Did you?
Yeah, I went in and just chewed it because I started it, but it was
Okay.
like I could just eat the hummus off the carrot and throw the carrot away, but I didn't. I completed it. I completed
You
that.
just don't like carrots. You just don't like
Oh,
carrots.
that's chewing, I think. So
Yeah.
I don't know what
I prefer a raw carrot over cooked carrots.
Do you?
Like I don't really cook carrots. I'll cook everything else, but I don't cook carrots. But I'll eat carrots raw
Okay.
for some
I
reason.
could probably, I think if I shredded it down
Yeah,
and I sauteed it in something, I
yeah.
could do it, because
You probably could eat it
probably
then.
won't be no carrot. It'll be like more of a
Right.
good sauteed mix with season and, you know, herbs and stuff like that. I think I could do that.
Right, right.
I'm gonna have to try that this week to see what.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm gonna try that too. I normally don't cook carrots, but if I shredded them down, put it in the other vegetables like onions, peppers, put carrot in there too, along with mushrooms, a little bit of the special already blended sauce, you know.
I think I'm gonna do that this week. I'm gonna use my little
It's probably really good.
machine, or somebody gave it to me as a gift. It's called Swiss Pull Chop.
Okay.
And so it's got like this little 3-part blade in there,
Oh,
and it goes like, it fits like in the bottom of it.
okay.
And then when you put the top on,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hold it this time. The last time it went flying off somewhere. You just pull
Mhm.
the little string, and it chopped up everything so fine. When I did my meat substitute, this was
Mhm.
perfect. When I did my walnuts and my lentils, and then I did the
Oh,
by itself and I mixed it. This
right.
was perfect. It was, I mean, I was
Mm.
thinking, oh, I'm exercising at the same time as I'm working, but it ended up being good. And with that, all we used was a 8 ounces of the walnuts and a bag, or 8-ounce bag of those
Mhm.
lentils. And I
Mm.
did a spaghetti, and I still got the spaghetti meat, you know, the whole bunch.
Mhm.
I made like 4 small containers without, you know, completing it like I did with the spaghetti. And I put it
Mhm.
in the freezer. And I did all that,
Mm.
pulling that little string, and you know, it really grinds it up to make it look
Really?
like meat. Yes.
And the walnuts, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to try that.
Boil the walnuts, but I think the next time I do, think I'm gonna boil the walnuts separate from the lentil, because I think I wanna chop the walnuts up just a little bit finer, or just a
Mhm.
little bit, because I was
Mhm.
asking, I gave my husband and our roommate Rick,
Mhm.
let them try it, right? I was trying
Mhm.
to get them out of the kitchen. I'm like, Rick, what you cooking? I said, it's a secret. He said, well, it ain't gonna be a secret long. And then Carrie, you know how my husband, he kept zooming back and forth. He wanted to tell me about all his business stuff, and I'm like, get on out of the kitchen, get on out of the kitchen.
Right, right.
I called him in at the same time. I heated up the plate, had a little smoke coming from the plate, put the green French beans on the side, and
Okay.
asked too many questions. So pretty much they found out it was vegan before they started eating. And they're like,
Okay.
it's good, you know. And I told them I put it, and they're like, I can taste that in there. And then I was talking about, you know, you think you need to add this? Because when I started eating, I added some pepper flakes to make it a little hotter. You know, it gave me
Okay.
a chance to really taste it. It's really good.
Okay.
Normally,
Huh.
regular spaghetti stuff, I like to put it, I like to cut up tomatoes, you know, fresh garlic.
Yeah.
I didn't do that for this one because I didn't know the consistency of how it was gonna break down because it was my first time. So
Mhm.
we used a regular, you know, jar of sauce. It was a garlic sauce versus
Okay.
I usually do a lot of other stuff. So that way I didn't focus on trying to make the sauce so long and also trying
Mhm.
to work on this meat. So
Mhm.
now I can
Mhm.
see, okay, I can, you know, and I cook the sauce separate because I didn't want it to become to a boil state where it started melting my meat down, you know, more
Mhm.
puree style. Because I want
Right.
that more chunky, you know, the thicker. So I fixed that,
Right.
and then I
Right.
poured it in just enough to saute it around just to get the flavor in there, and then I served it.
Mm.
It's really good.
Really? I will absolutely. I actually bought some lentils too this week. So
Mhm.
I'll have to cook it this week and try that. And
Mhm.
I'm gonna get the walnuts too and try that because that sounds really interesting.
It was really good. And then when you said a chickpea too,
Yes, chickpeas.
somebody sent me a recipe, and I think I mentioned it too. It's called jacket potato, and it's
Ah,
like a baked potato. You could
okay.
boil it, or you could put it in the microwave so it could soften down. You know, you put your olive oil and you season on the outside, and then when it's get
Mhm.
soft, you cut it down the middle. You put your olive oil and your seasoning on the inside, and you smash it down just a little bit. And so
Mhm.
they made this special sauce, which I'm gonna look into it. It's a special type of let me see, it was called, it's spelled Tahini, Tahini butter.
Mhm.
I did see some in Publix, because I seen some, I looked on the little Amazon, I said, I'm not paying $30 for that. But then when I walked by the shelf, it was like $7, so I'll get it another day. So it's a
Mhm.
butter, but I noticed they use a maple syrup, the Tahini butter, and some other things to give like make some type of special dressing. And
Mm.
so in a pan, they got the chickpea and they got some spinach, and they saute those around, and
Right.
they put that on top of that sweet potatoes, what they use.
Oh wow.
And then they poured this sauce on there, and that lady was like, this is good,
Wow.
you know. So I said, I might try that, you know.
Try that. Yeah, that sounds delicious.
So I'm gonna try
Yeah.
the recipes, but I don't think I want to try something for every day. Maybe that could be like
Mhm.
a once a week idea, like something special.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
like I said, those things are not, they don't, just because you vegan, it ain't
Yeah,
diet, because you know,
I know.
I heard
Yeah.
maple syrup in there, you know, so they still
Yeah, the syrup.
it's make
I
it
bought a
taste good, but yeah, it ain't
yeah,
no
I
diet.
got a what do you call it? Sweet potatoes.
Mhm.
Instead of regular potatoes, I bought some sweet potatoes. So I'll try something with a sweet potato this week, I think.
I
That's
bought a sweet
supposed to be a
potato.
little better.
Yeah, I bought a sweet potato. And then I bought the little round when I did that smashed potato last week.
Oh yes. Uh-huh.
I told you that was dangerous. Like I want to smash some potato every day. I'm not saying I can't. When a person is greedy and it tastes good,
Right.
that is dangerous. Dangerous stuff. Because I
You
started
say that's
smashing
dangerous.
potatoes. You know, I just started smashing potatoes, and
Yes.
I was
Yeah,
like,
that
oh.
is dangerous.
And then to make it so bad, I said, okay, if I can eat a baked potato, I can eat a baked potato in a different form. So I went and bought some waffle fries. And I read a thing that said if you get a cup of waffle fries, it was like, I want to say it was 110 calories. I think it was still under 20 carbs. So then
Okay.
I got that, and then I went back to the smashed potato, the ingredients that I've smashed the potatoes with that made it so good.
Hmm.
I call myself brushing across my little fries on flipped brush. I said, Lord, I can't do this. But then you want to eat more though.
Look, you started praying then. Lord.
I didn't do the Lord prayer. I was just like,
Right.
oh, what I'm getting myself into. See, when you get stuff like that, if you eat too much, it start to add up.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the thing I need to stay away from. Stuff that I really like, but either I gotta
Yeah.
have a set mind that I'm gonna do a very small quantity,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm gonna have to do more, like have one meal of that, or I
Mm-hmm.
think that's when I make it to, like, if I decide I was gonna be a vegan person. You know,
Right.
if I decide, okay, I did a challenge, you know, if I said, you know, those are different ideas to eat, if that's my mindset about the meat. But right now in the challenge, it's more about the weight loss and what the fruit and stuff gonna do for me,
Mm-hmm.
where I
Mm-hmm.
want to go. Because I
Mm-hmm.
ain't said I was gonna be a permanent vegan. It was just to do the challenge and
Mm-hmm.
do the body cleanse.
Sure.
Because you could
Sure.
be this, and I might say, well, if I feel so good about not having nothing, because I'm not a big person anyway, it could be say, well, maybe I could give myself once a week or something like that. So you don't feel like you missing or deprived or something taken away from you. Because like we said,
Right.
it's all mental. You know, I was doing better as the pescatarian with all the seafood.
Yes.
But, you know, our friends started cooking all this good stuff and it went out the window. So I didn't know. So I have a set mind, which it goes back to that.
Yes. I'm pretty sure I could be a pescatarian.
Yes, yes, you
Pretty
can.
sure of
You're
that.
still eating, right? It's just like,
Yeah.
before we get off of here, because it's almost time to wrap it up, but
Mhm.
it's like, when I, you know, how I work at home, so I have a
Mhm.
salon,
Mhm.
and so, you know, you do inventory, you're always replacing your inventory. So
Mhm.
I'll go through and say, okay, I need this, I need that. Oh, my candy basket empty. And I'll go get my good candy with all the good strawberry stuff, fill it up. And I'll
Mhm.
do that. Oh, my candy. And I go fill it up. Like, you know, it's part of my inventory.
Right.
I said, it ain't like you got a walk-in business. You eat all the candy.
I was about to say, where's all the candy going? Okay.
You eat
Like,
all the
how
candy.
come you keep replacing the candy?
It ain't like walking in the door. It's me. So I
Yeah.
don't pray about that, but I had to ask God.
Yeah.
I had to promise him
Uh-huh.
that I was not going to eat out this basket. That I promised God, unless I unpromised and re-pray to him, I
Yeah.
promised God that I won't eat out that basket. That's how I said. So when people have a little trick or treat or whatever,
Right.
I said, I ain't gonna buy none of the candy I like. Then you buy stuff, you start eating everything. So then
Right.
the whole give away the candy, I would run fast to the basket, I throw it in there. I said, "Whoo, I'm safe."
You said, whoo, I'm safe.
I knew I wasn't gonna eat nothing out that basket.
Right, right. You know what I eat a lot of? I think I said the Ricola. I need to see like how many calories those are. They're herbal drops, right?
Mhm.
But I need to see because I eat those things like candy.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? They taste so good, but it's probably not that many calories. It's probably not that much sugar. I don't know. I need to see though, because I eat
Yeah,
them
because
quite
you
a
eat the
bit.
whole bag, yeah, it do add up. The
Yeah.
little small thing, because when I was feeling sick and my body felt my body was detoxing,
Mm-hmm.
I remember I had some cough drops. I was able to put that in, and then I went to go
Yep.
buy that hot cinnamon candy because it took over.
Oh yeah.
Because that when your body detoxing and is losing weight,
Yeah.
it's feeling, it makes you feel sick. And so that was one way I was trying to fight that, along with having brush my teeth and keep
Right.
doing a mouthwash thing because your body is cleansing. But like I said, once I start taking that vitamins, I start feeling better. So
Right.
with anything, you know, they got all them calories in there, you know, even though it could be medicine, you know, candy, it still will add up with carbs and all this other stuff. So
Exactly.
so I
And it
started saying,
really
okay,
has.
I'm gonna only take 2 pieces in my pocketbook. So because if I get fidgety or something taking too long, I'm probably gonna open up the store and then looking at what happened to my candy?
Right. Right.
Didn't see nothing, you know. So
Right.
well, Miss, thank you so much for sharing everything with us today.
Yes.
Up
Yes.
and down. So we're getting ready to go on week number 4. You ready to get going on this 4th week?
Yes. I'm ready for it. Yep.
Then
Got some new things that I want to try out this week. Oh, I didn't mention the jackfruit, or maybe I did.
You did.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna
Okay.
try jackfruit. I've never done that before. I'm gonna try that. It's
Mhm.
something else. Oh, I'm gonna do something else with chickpeas
Okay.
this
Yeah.
week. Make a tuna fish with chickpeas. I've done that before.
That's a
But
good
I'm gonna just try some different things.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you and see how you're supposed to do the chickpeas to make it seem like meat. Is that make it meat too?
Mm-hmm.
Try to smash
Yep.
it down.
That's
Okay.
yep.
All right. So
Mash
we're
it
gonna try
down.
new recipes this week, and so You got the video and share it with us, send it to me so I can post it.
Okay,
The ideas so people can have it and everything. So
okay, okay.
all right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us on another episode of A Sister's Trust. Make it your best, and we'll love to hear what you tried and what's been going on with you.
Yes,
All right,
please
good night,
share.
Demetra.
All right, good night. Bye.